Hey everybody, this is Fortune Kid along with Nick.
Hello!
And today we have something different for you. These are the first two starter decks for a brand new trading card game that is being launched by the Bushiroad Company. So for those that don't know, Bushiroad is the company that makes Card Fight Vanguard, they make Future Card Buddy Fight, of course they make Weiss Schwarz. They have a couple of other games in Japan that are not in English. Chaos Character Operating System is one that comes to mind right away. But they launched this new game in January 2016. It's called Luck and Logic, and these are the first two starter decks. And right now it is in Japanese only, but they have already announced on their website that this game is going to be coming to an English translation. So it will be available in English sometime in the summer of 2016. So these are starter decks, and they're a little bit different than trial decks. I don't know exactly what the difference is. I think it mainly revolves around the types of cards that are in the deck, but as far as like these are full legal, ready to play decks. And the thing about the starter deck that is most unique is they come at a special introductory price. So you see on here the price says it's 500 yen. I don't know exactly what the exchange rate is today between yen to US dollars, but these cost me $7 each, $7 US. So they're very inexpensive. And like I said, they're full decks. In this game, you have a 10 card gate deck, and then you have a 50 card main deck. So this is SD01, which is the Brave Logic deck. Chloe Maxwell is the featured character, and this is the SD02, and you can see it says that right there, SD, so starter deck 02. This is Rini Logic, and the character is Tamaki Urine. So we're going to open these up. I do have the translations printed out, so we'll go through each card, but we're not going to do both decks in one video. For the first video, we'll do the SD01, so this is going to be the Chloe Maxwell deck, and then in a second video, we will do the Tamaki Urine deck. So let's go ahead and open this up. You got typical 2 pieces of tape right there. Then this will open on the top. I think another thing with the starter decks is you do not have a chance to get a signed card. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just speculating. So here is how the deck is packaged on the back. Oh, check this out, Nick. You get a promo card for Card Fight Vanguard. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, let me see.
So in here, it's obviously in Japanese, but that's cool. So if someone's interested in promo, wait, hold on. I want to go through that. So there's the promo card. Then also in here you have, looks like some kind of promotional material. Here's Card Fight Vanguard G, Luck and Logic launching, I think that is January 9th, 2016 in Japan. Also in here is quick start guide. Obviously it's all in Japanese, but I have the translations printed out. And then this is the playmat. Oh, there's also the good luck campaign. I guess this is like the points campaign that you see on Weiss Schwarz. No, we did not win, but you get that in there. And then this is the playmat, which has the field and the different areas where your cards go, and it looks like on the back of the playmat, it's got some other information about the game and the cards, but being in Japanese, we can't read that. So, but that's all right. So we will be using the paper playmat in our testing game, so that's nice to have. And then we have the cards themselves. And as usual, they do have the plastic band holding them together. So the band is off. And then we will go through the cards. I will step out and let Nick handle the cards, and I will read the translations. All right, so Nick, once you're in position, then go ahead and pick up the first. So the first card, which does, I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, but it's got a really neat like holographic effect on the front. And that is Roar of the Tiger Chloe. It is a level 4, 10,000 power. I don't know how many, there's a lot of different statistics on these cards. It has an aura of 1, a limit of 3.
I think the aura's right here.
Yep, that's the aura. Yep, the limit's in the middle, 3. The territory is 2, and that is right there. Those two squares, that means that card can cover 2 gates. And when you play it for its logic, so that's when you turn it sideways. Go ahead and turn it sideways, Nick. It is a limit +2. And then the card effect is LD, so LD stands for logic definition. Pay 3 stock, and this member, so in this game the characters are called members, gains plus 4,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. So that's pretty powerful. This card could be a 14,000, so that's pretty powerful. So that is the level 4 10,000. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
You get 2 of those. Very nice. Okay, and the next card. Oh, and Nick, can you go back to that first card? One other thing I wanted to point out is where the 4 is at the very top that tells you it's a level 4 character. The like starburst kind of symbol, that means that it is a TransUnion card. There are also logicalist cards and foreigner cards, and those have different symbols, and we'll go over that once we hit those. But for now, just be aware the starburst kind of symbol is for TransUnion cards.
It also said the cost is 0.
The cost is 0, yes, and I believe all the cards in this deck, the cost will be 0. All right, so we have 2 of those. That was Roar of the Tiger Chloe. Now we have Great Victory Chloe, level 4, 0 cost, 9,000 power, aura of 1, limit of 3, territory of 2. The logic definition is limit +2, and the ability, it's got 2 abilities. The first one is an activated ability. When a card named Invert Shout is placed into the battle zone, so Invert Shout is what's called a paradox card, and we'll see those, and those are similar to climax cards in Weiss Schwarz. If Invert Shout is placed in the battle zone during this member's battle, stock the top card of your deck, so put the top card of your deck in your stock, and this member gains plus 1,000 power. Then the second ability is logic definition, so the LD, do you see the LD on there, Nick? So the LD is logic definition, pay 3 stock. For the turn, this member gains plus 2,000 power, and if there are 9 or more cards in your stock, this member, oh no. It says for the turn, this member gains plus 2,000 power, comma. If there are 2 or more cards in your stock, this member gains plus 7,000 power instead. So it's either or. So that's pretty nice. How many of those do you get, Nick?
4.
You get 4 copies of that one. Very nice. Okay, now we're on to Pursue on Water Chloe, which is a level 3, 0 cost TransUnion again. 8,000 power, aura 1, limit 3, territory 2. Now the logic definition on this one is different. So the logic definition on the first 2 cards that we saw said limit +2. So that limit, that gives you more cards that you can use in battle. It increases the limit. This one is aura +2. So this one is when you switch to an aura battle, then it adds +2 aura. The 2 abilities. The first one is an activated ability. When this member enters the field, if there are 6 or more cards in your stock, choose one of your members, and that member gains plus 1,000 power. And the second ability is logic definition, pay 3 stock, draw a card, and this member gains plus 2,000 until the end of your opponent's turn. Not the end of your turn, the end of your opponent's turn. Very nice. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
All right, 2 copies of that one. Now we are on to First Real Battle Chloe, which is a level 3 TransUnion card, 0 cost, 7,000 power, aura 1, limit 3, territory 2. Logic definition is aura +2. 2 abilities. The first one is a continuous ability. If there is at least 1 destroyed gate among the circles this member occupies, This member gains plus 2,000 power. And then the second one is pay 3 stock for logic definition. Pay 3 stock, draw a card. This member gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. Again, it's until the end of your opponent's turn.
4 copies of that one.
All right, now we're on to New Encounter Chloe, which is a level 2 TransUnion card. 0 cost, 8,000 power, aura 1, limit 1, territory 1. Logic definition is aura plus 2. And the ability is logic definition, pay 3 stock, draw a card. This member gains plus 2,000 power for the turn. So it's just for your turn, not until the end of your opponent's turn. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
2 copies of that one. All right, what are we on to now? Okay, now we're on to Successful Trance Chloe, which is a level 2 TransUnion, 0 cost, 7,000 power, aura 1, limit 1, territory 1. The logic, so I've been calling it logic definition. So Nick, can you point to that thing on the side that's printed sideways?
Oh, this?
Yeah, so I've been calling that logic definition. I don't know if that's really called logic definition. It says logic in the translation, but it's aura plus 2. So if this character goes in, is played as in that step of the battle, it would give plus 2 aura if you were in an aura battle. And then there's 2 abilities. The first one is an activated ability. When this member destroys a back row gate, stock the top card of your deck. So that's a way to get another card in your stock. And then the second ability is logic definition. So the LD I know stands for logic definition. And it's pay 3 stock, draw a card, and this member gains plus 2,000 power for the turn.
4 copies.
4 copies of that one. Okay, now we have Logicalist Chloe. So now we're on to the Logicalist card. So you see the Logicalists have like a black diamond pattern in the corner, where the TransUnion had the Starburst pattern. So this is a level 1, 0 cost, 6,000 power, aura 1, limit 0, territory 1, and the logic is, so can you point to the thing on the side, Nick? When you use this for the logic ability, it is a power or intercept plus 5,000. No other abilities.
Just let you guys look at that a little bit more.
All right, and how many of those do you get, Nick?
4 copies.
Okay, now we're on to On the Everlasting Battlefield Chloe, which is a level 1 Logicalist, 0 cost, 5,000 power, aura 1, limit 0, territory 1. Logic again is power / intercept plus 5,000. So can you point out where that is, Nick? Yep, that's right there. All right. And the ability is a continuous ability. If there are 3 or more cards in your stack, this member gains plus 2,000 power. That's pretty nice. How many of those?
4 copies.
For that one? Okay, now we're on to Joining ALCA Chloe, which ALCA is like the Logicalists, I don't know, association or firm. There's an anime. There's a whole anime that goes with this game. It's the Luck and Logic anime. It's on YouTube. Check it out, and you can see some of the backstory with some of these characters.
Is it on Crunchyroll?
Unfortunately, it is not on Crunchyroll. So Nick and I watch most of our anime on Crunchyroll, and this one is not on Crunchyroll right now.
Oh, darn.
But it is available on YouTube. I did find it, so check it out. It's interesting. It's pretty good. So joining ALCA Chloe is a level 1 Logicalist, 0 cost, 3,000 power, aura 1, limit 0, territory 1. The logic ability, let's just call it the logic ability, that's what's on the side, printed sideways, is power / intercept plus 5,000. And it's got 2 abilities. When this member enters the field, choose one of your territory 1 members. So a territory 1 member is that little square that's showing you it can cover 1 territory. So choose one of your territory 1 members, and that member gains plus 1,000 power for the turn. And the second ability is Vanguard. When this member enters the field, choose one of your opponent's member whose power is 3,000 or lower, and you may stock this member and that member. So the Vanguard is a new ability in this game, and basically what it means is when you play this card, if your opponent has no broken gates, then this is considered, then you get to use the Vanguard ability. So this one would be, you send that card to stock, and then you can use one, you can send one of your opponent's cards that's 3,000 power or lower to stock as well. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
2 copies.
Okay, now we're on to the foreigner cards. So you see the foreigner cards have like the circle pattern around the number. So this is Quick Strike's Diaga. So Diaga is this white tiger kind of character.
He's best.
And he's level 1, 0 cost, 6,000 power, aura 1, limit 0, territory 1. The logic is power / intercept plus 5,000, no other abilities. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
4.
4, that's nice. Alright, now we're on to Frill of the Waves, which is a level 1 foreigner, 0 cost, 4,000 power, aura 1, limit 0, territory 1. The logic is power / intercept plus 5,000. And the ability is an activated ability. When this member destroys a gate, choose one of your members, and that member gains plus 1,000 power for the turn.
4 copies.
For that. Okay, now we have another Diaga card. This is Leisurely Diaga, which is a level 1, 0 cost foreigner card. Aura 1, limit 0, territory 1. The logic is power / intercept plus 5,000. 2 abilities. When this member enters this field, choose one of your territory 1 members, and that gains plus 1,000 for the turn, which we've seen already. And the second is another Vanguard ability. This one's a little bit different. When this member enters the field, choose one of your opponent's members whose power is 4,000 or lower. Stock this member and that member. So this one can get rid of a 4,000 or lower, whereas the other one that we looked at before could only get rid of a 3,000 or lower.
2 copies.
2 copies of that one. All right, now we're on to...
Looks like an event.
Actually, yeah, that's right. So Nick is thinking of this the right way. So these are similar to events in Weiss Schwarz, or spells or instants in Magic the Gathering. So this is called Wave Shattering Trident. And it is... so to use this for its ability, you have to pay 1 stock. When this tactics card is placed from hand into the battle zone, you may pay the cost. If so, for that battle, your member gains plus 2 aura. So for an aura battle, it would give your member plus 2 aura. Then, if that member is monolineum, so monolineum is the world that basically, so the world is represented. Can you show it, Nick? It's on the bottom of the card. It's that symbol in the middle. So that shows like the world. I don't know if all the green cards are monolineum, but anyway, in this deck they're all monolineum. Then if that member is monolineum, it additionally gains plus 1 limit, and put the top card of your deck face up into your battle zone. So you immediately get plus 1 limit, and you can play another card to add it to the battle.
2 copies.
Okay, 2 copies. Now we have another tactics card. This one is called Tiger's Hunting Ground. And it's to use it for the tactics, you have to pay 1 stock. When this tactics card is placed from hand to the battle zone, you may pay the cost. If so, for the battle, your member in battle gains plus 5,000 power, plus 1 limit, and put the top card of your deck face up into the battle zone. So that's a pretty nice card. How many of those do you get, Nick?
2.
2 copies of that one. Okay, so now we're on to the Paradox cards.
It's foil.
It is foil? I can't see it. Oh, it's got like a, it's not foil, but it's got like a hologram or a prism
Well, no other ones are that.
pattern on it. So that's pretty cool. So this first one is called Invert Shout. So that is like the combo with that other card that we saw. So when you play this,
It's a climax card.
when you yeah, they're called Paradox cards. So when you play Paradox card, it changes the battle. So when 2 characters are battling, they're comparing power numbers like 5,000 versus 6,000, etc. But when you play a Paradox card in this game, it switches the battle to an aura battle. So it says Paradox rule is aura battle. That means it switches to an aura battle. Now instead of comparing the 5,000 to the 6,000, now you're comparing like 3 aura versus 2 aura. It changes the type of battle that it is. So your character may be low on power, but you can surprise your opponent, switch it to an aura battle. Your character may have a good aura number and then be able to beat your opponent's character. it says all of your Monolinium characters gain +1 aura, and when this paradox is placed in the battle zone, your Monolinium member in battle gains +2,000 power. So it gives you the +1 aura, but then it also gives you power, because there is a way for your opponent to switch the battle back to a power battle, and if they do, you also gave your character +2,000 power.
4 copies.
And you get 4 of those, and like Nick said, the first one had a holographic pattern.
Don't know if that's standard, but looks awesome.
Okay, then we have another paradox card. This one is called Miracle Moses. Again, it switches the battle to an aura battle, and it's all of your members gain +1 aura. And how many of those do you get, Nick?
4.
Okay, so 4. So you get 8, which makes sense because your deck has to be made up of 50 cards. So these are the gates. So what Nick is showing you right now is the gate. So you get 10 gate cards.
And this is a second deck. Right?
Yes. The gate deck is separate from your main deck. So your gate deck will have 10 cards, and of those you will play 6 as gates. The other 4 won't be in the game. Then your main deck, which is 50 cards,
which are all these,
has to have 8 paradox cards in it. So the other 42 are members and tactics.
AKA climax cards.
Okay, so Nicholas is showing the first gate, which is called Gaiagan Mountains. When this gate is destroyed, stock the top 3 cards of your deck. So you get to put 3 cards into your stock. And you should get 2 of those, right, Nick?
Yep.
Okay, the next one is Taranga Beach. When this gate is destroyed, stock the top card of your deck and draw a card. Very
Does
nice.
it matter what this thing is in the corner?
Yeah, that's just telling you, so you can't have, like, get the Gaigan Mountains one. So let's say you really like the Gaigan Mountains. You can't have 10 Gaigan Mountains. The rule is you can only have 2 of each gate card in your deck. So that is telling you this is the gate number 1. This Taranga Beach is gate number 2.
2 copies.
Okay, then we have the Void of the Great Tree Tukuku. When this gate is destroyed, stock the top card of your deck and choose a member in your drop zone and return it to your hand. So you get to salvage a character out of your discard pile.
2 copies.
2 copies of that one. Jella's Footprints. When this gate is destroyed, stock the top card of your deck. If you have 4 or more destroyed gates, choose all of your opponent's members and rest them. So if your opponent doesn't time their attacks right, you could rest all his characters before he gets a chance to finish his attacking.
2 copies.
2 copies of that one. And the last one is Walter Caves. When this gate is destroyed, stock the top card of your deck. If you have 4 or more destroyed gates, choose 1 level 4 or lower member in your drop zone and deploy it without paying its cost. So that's pretty nice. And you get 2 of those.
That's the final 2.
So that is the entire Chloe Maxwell Brave Logic starter deck number 1 for the Luck and Logic card game, brand new. And Nicholas will show off the couple of cards from the front. We hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. On a separate video, we will do the starter deck number 2, and then hopefully we will have some demonstration games coming up on future videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.